The world might say you are not allowed to yet. I waited a long time out in the world before I gave myself permission to fail. Please, don't even bother asking. Don't bother telling the world you are ready. Show it. Do it. What did Beckett say? Ever tried, ever failed, no matter. Try again, fail better.
My life is a testimony in itself into speaking things into existence and, living the dream and just kind of, just recognizing what you want to be in life and achieving it in that sense. So I just want to get out there and kind of explain that and just, I'm an optimist, man. And even in these times, it's like you got to be able to wake up with a smile and go down feeling really good.
You can get defined easily by other people's perceptions of you. My whole life I was convinced, when I was a young man, I was convinced I was a loser. Absolutely convinced. Until I started getting really good at martial arts, I never thought I was good at anything. I just had a very low self-esteem. And I was limiting myself by what I thought were other people's opinions of me. This is when I was a really young kid. And I didn't figure this out until I was like in my 30s. But I think that you absolutely can be limited by your perceptions of someone's definitions of you. But you can break through that stuff. That's what you break through with discipline. That's where you break through with hard work and concentration and focus. And that's why it's so important to have like either a discipline or an art or something that you're trying to create or something that you're really focusing on. Because if you don't have like a point of focus as a human, I think it's very hard to get through this life and have an appreciation for true struggle.
But, I've made the choice to value human life, and I've made the choice to fight as hard as I can for that. And so ultimately for me, I think like the decision that I've made is like happiness to me, like when I'm happiest, is when I'm pushing towards that. And taking time off is nice if it's to recharge, to go back to the war, and war doesn't mean necessarily fighting against something, but fighting for something, like just fighting for that positive outcome. So don't think of it as war, like because in a certain way of thinking, whenever you're fighting against something, like they say, whatever you resist persists. So it's not like that kind of resistance, right? You don't want to bring resistance into it. That's what I was talking about earlier. You don't want to bring resistance against something into your war, but you want to just think of a happier, more kind of present energy-based outcome and push towards that. You just push towards that and use all of your faculties, every faculty that you have, honing it, internally and externally, honing it to get it to that level and just continually sharpening the sword, the inner sword, but also your outer abilities, just sharpening it. And that's life for me.
Look around you and what you see is average everywhere. Average has become an epidemic. You don't have people living up to their potential. You have people doing almost nothing, people retreating, backing up, people that are lazy, people that have checked out. People that are waiting for handouts and crumbs and think that will give them security. Look, now is the time to start again. Your security, your family's security, your future is left in your hands. Your destiny is yours, not someone else's. Nobody else can do this for you. Nobody else can do it for me. It's your job and my time. Now is the time. Now is the time to start. Now is the time to start again.
Life has really taught me is really this: small wins matter. I mean, we sometimes think that an epic life occurs one sunny Friday afternoon when the stars line up and something revolutionary occurs. And what I'm suggesting to you with great love and great respect is a great life is built not by revolution. A great life is built by evolution. Small and steady wins the race. What you do every day is far more important than what you do once every decade. I want you to really think about that idea. What you do every day is simply your life in miniature. And as you live every single day, so you're crafting your life. What you do over the next hours is really building your future. And if you can just get, and I can just get every single pocket of 24 hours right as best as we humanly can, the rest of our life is going to take care of itself. So small wins matter.
Make a damn schedule and stick to it. Okay, so what's the rule with the schedule? It's not a bloody prison. That's the first thing that people do wrong. They say, well, I don't like to follow a schedule. It's like, well, what kind of schedule are you setting up? Well, I have to do this, then I have to do this, then I have to do this, you know, and then I just go play video games, because who wants to do all these things that I have to do? It's like, wrong. Set the damn schedule up so that you have the day you want. That's the trick. It's like, okay, I've got tomorrow. If I was going to set it up so it was the best possible day I could have, practically speaking, what would it look like? Well, then you schedule that, and obviously there's a bit of responsibility that's going to go along with that, because if you have any sense, one of the things that you're going to insist upon is that at the end of the day, you're not in worse shape than you were than at the beginning of the day, right? Because that's a stupid day. If you have a bunch of those in a row, you just dig, you know, you dig yourself a hole and then you bury yourself in it. It's like, sorry, that's just not a good strategy. It's a bad strategy. So maybe 20% of your day has to be responsibility and obligation, or maybe it's more than that, depending on how far behind you are.
I am strong. I am healthy. I am in shape. I am full of energy. I am passionate. I am talented. I am secure. I am valuable. I am confident. I am a person of excellence. I am full of integrity. I am successful. I am prosperous. My future is bright. I run with purpose in every step. Just as a tiny rudder controls a large ship, so the tongue sets the direction for our life. Are you going in the right direction? Are you seeing increase, favor, new growth? If not, check up on what you're saying. When you get your words going in the right direction, your life will go in the right direction.